a better bird feeder. I've been mulling this over for quite some time, and I think I've got a solution, but I'm still working out the details in my noggin. This is, I think this is probably the third one I've built, maybe fourth, I'm not sure. You can see this one has held up pretty well. This is white oak, still pretty solid. The wood's in good shape. It's just that when it rains, you get moisture in here, and there's really, I drill holes in here for it to drain, but they get plugged up with the bird seed, and then you end up with mold and just crud, and then you can't get anything. You can't get it to work, basically, on feed. So it's been sitting out there for probably a couple of months now, waiting for me to take action. And today's the day I'm going to take action. Here you can see what's going on. This just gets moldy and becomes a block rather than staying fluid and moving. So I'm not going to bore you with all the cutting the parts and all that stuff. I may be able to actually even reuse some of this stuff. The main thing that I need to do the innovation with is the drainage of the water and not losing the seed. If you drill bigger holes, the seed will just fall through it, and that's no good either. So well, that settles that. So the last time I built this, I just made little wedges in here to keep the plexiglass from going down too far. It doesn't take much to get those out of there. There we go. Alright, I'm going to try and salvage these. Clean them up along with the circular part that's on the bottom. That was just to keep the squirrels from getting up in there. Well, that is rock solid. Whatever I did there. Two dominoes. That held up really well. That was solid as a rock. They work. Alright, making progress here. What I'm after right now is creating the tray here for the sides and an area for the seed to sit in. The change I'm making is I've got the base made with my 1.5-inch hole for my steel post. This is nothing more than two pieces just screwed together. I'm not gluing them together or anything at this point. I've also made a hole pattern for my piece of plexiglass, my round piece that'll keep the squirrels out. The difference that I'm doing here with this one is I've got a 5-degree bevel here to promote runoff for water. And then what I want to do is that this is going to be, these two pieces are going to be these two pieces here, and these two pieces will mirror the cap on this side, the cap on either side. So that, what these did before was prevent the seed from falling to the ground. I want to keep doing that, but I want to create a space here this time for water drainage, and then put the frame together like so. I'll have to flip it over because these sides need to be flush up here. It'll be easier to make them flush down on the bottom and then just turn the whole thing over and then fasten it to my base. Now the reason I'm keeping the space is that the change I'm making is I'm going to have a little riser in here, and I'm going to put some screen mesh that's going to run from back to front, and that will allow water to drain, but the screen will keep the seed from falling into these drainage troughs. So that's my plan. I'm gonna get this set up. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of gap I want. I think I'm gonna settle on 3/8. So I'll get a couple spacers in there. And figure out where I need to be, make some marks, and then put this frame together, flip it over, and then I'll show you where I'm at. Alright, I've got the frame, outside frame made. I'm using screws here. I don't want to put anything together permanently just yet. So this is looking good. You can see the troughs here now for water to run out. What I'm thinking of doing here is running the screen from up here through this opening and then stapling it to the underneath side here. And maybe I'll come up with another way of fastening it. I'm not positive about that just yet. I suppose I could cut some thin runners here and put those in that way so that if I ever had to replace the screen I could do that. Just pull this off and unwrap it. So I have to make my sides here. I'm just going to use these as a template. Then I should be good to go. Looks like I could make these a little bit wider, which I probably will.